There will be a time in your fat loss journey where you will encounter the pit of despair. Those first 3 months of weight loss where 80% of people quit. Having gone through it myself, this is exactly how I would face it again and not become a statistic. You must realize that in the first 3 months, you are not supposed to see any results. What I like to tell people quite often is to forget any type of visible changes, any type of results within the first 3 months, as those first 3 months are better spent learning about weight loss instead of implementing the poor knowledge that you already have and running headfirst against the wall. You want to try out a bunch of different dieting methods. You want to educate yourself as much as you can on various different hacks, various different aspects of just basic human biology so you can understand what can work best with your body. Like, sure, you may get lucky, you may try some type of blueprint diet like a keto diet or some Mediterranean diet and it may work for you on your first go, but this is very rare. Typically, what most people have to do is take those first 3 months and learn a bunch of little things, then stack it together into their own custom little blueprint, their own little diet, and then that will actually allow them to see the results. Another thing is that people tend to quit fat loss way too early, not realizing that the results are very much so exponential. Those first 3 months, you're basically just on a steady incline that's very, very minimal. You may be losing like 2 pounds per month, like a kilogram per month. You're barely making any visible changes, no results, but then something will click, and then after those 2 or 3 months of making no progress, you are going to exponentially start losing a bunch of weight. It just seems slow at the start because those first 3 months are spent psychologically developing and learning and building a base for what you will implement later in the future. And now this whole process just seems like failure, but you need to rephrase this. This isn't failure at all. It's literally trial and error, which is what you have to do to find a diet that will work for you. You're not going to magically find one eating method in one try that's going to work for you for the rest of your life. It's quite a challenging thing. You have to go through a bunch of diets and you will fall off some of them, but also in the same way, you will find some that will work for you and you can stick to. So you're not failing weight loss. You are just checking off the things that don't work, which at the end of the day gets you closer to finding the ones that do work. Once you know how to lose weight, once you know the best practices, once you realize how calories work, how your metabolism works in like quite real biological mechanisms, and you're not a complete idiot anymore, then you can actually focus on making real weight loss results. But a lot of people will skip the first phase. They don't care about the education part. They'll just go straight into the, oh, I want to lose weight, and then fall off and wonder why. They would know exactly why if they learned in the first place, because it's the lack of knowledge that causes you to fall off with dieting, not a lack of discipline. So having gone through this myself, failing a bunch of times, the number one way to beat the pit of despair is to simply not quit. This is the biggest middle finger that you could give to this phase of dieting. As long as you stick to it and as long as you're patient enough, if you weather the storm, you will come out the other side. And now a great way to psychologically switch this up on yourself is to find motivation not from the results that you're getting, not from the weight loss itself, but from the progress you make slowly cleaning up your diet. I want you to get excited every single time you find some type of little hack that makes you lose 5% more weight over the span of your life or keeps you just a little bit healthier, even if it doesn't give you instant results. You need to get over the instant gratification portion of weight loss. If you're just strictly trying to lose as much weight as possible, we all know this doesn't work. The studies already show that those people who lose weight extremely quickly all rebound back up and even higher. I think the percentage is like 95%. So why would you give yourself such a major disadvantage? Start small, work your way up, and celebrate those little wins. No matter how small this seems, I want you to listen to me because your ego is going to try to get in the way and make you think that you are much more capable than you are. And I'm only saying this from a place of love because I was in the exact same spot as you. You want to overtake more than you can really handle, and when you do that, you fall into a negative feedback loop of failing and thinking that just dieting won't work for you. If you want to 10x your weight loss results, press the first link in the description and join our free school group. At 100 members, I'll make it paid, so if you join now, you get it free for life. If I give you anything of value, consider subscribing to the channel, and don't forget to stay savvy with your diet.